Hello, welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Today we're taking a jump into Transformers, the Fall of Cybertron video game. We are taking a look at Transformers from the Generation Toy line, Platinum Edition, the Combaticons. This was an interesting set. My particular set was released in a multi-figure box set with Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. For photos on that, take a look at my TikTok. I put the box up with everything in it, and now we're doing the reviews on all the individual components, and we will be doing Grimlock at another time. So today we're going to be taking a look at one of the 5 Transformers from Combaticons, Onslaught. And I'm going to say this about the whole set. I'll probably say it in each video. This is the pre-Generation 1 toy line before they came to Earth. So this is what they looked like prior to the Great War, before the episodes Starscream's Brigade. This was their bodies as they looked when they were on Cybertron. 4 personality components were ripped out and Megatron had the bodies destroyed for treason. That's a mouthful to say. So it's a really cool set, especially if you have the Gen 1, you can see the differences and the similarities. All that rambling aside, let's take a look. We are going to start today with the main body, Onslaught himself. And we got a Cybertronian armored carrier here. And it looks really cool. It looks really tight. Few issues with mine that I'm not thrilled with, that I wish they had modified. For instance, these pegs sitting out on the side, I think kind of throws off the design a little bit, but that's just me. I wish you could have, rotated them in or done something with them. But that's just me. So let's take a look at it as a whole. He does have one weapon, which is on the very top, this whole silver cannon. And all they call this is a double barrel cannon. There's no definition. Does have some nice detail work on it. And as far as Onslaught himself, he really does look like he's an armored carrier. Heavily armored, looks really cool. The only thing I'm not thrilled with is his actual Decepticon symbol is buried underneath all of this. It is what it is. He does roll, and the problem with, I've noticed with mine and several other people that I've seen who own the set, is that because of the weight of the front of this, the front wheels do not roll freely. So it pretty much glides on the front and rolls on the back. So, it is what it is. Transformation for these guys is very straightforward. First thing we're going to do is come to the front, flip these arms up, and the second joint, flip them out. And I'm just going to straighten it so we can have a little bit of a better view of what's going on the inside. Like so. I'm going to flip them over. Sorry, before we flip them over, my bad. Right on this back piece, we're just going to take our thumb and push out a little. We're going to do it on the other side. That dislodges the plate in the back from the legs. And it didn't fully dislodge. There we go. We're going to take this whole plate now and just move it out of our way. We're going to flip this leg. We're going to leave it just like this with the wheel on the inside. I'm going to leave it with the wheel on the inside. I'm going to bring this down for 1 minute so we can see it a little bit better. We're going to come to the front. This whole panel is going to come down like so. And you just keep turning it till it stops. Next we're going to come to this back plate where the 2 heads are. Make sure Bruticus's head is nice and straight. Put your thumb on one head and flip it. You hear it clip into place. We're going to take this plate. These pieces are going to clip in here, but you have to angle this to get it done right. And then you can set his arms. And there is Onslaught in his robot mode. Gotta lean him forward a little. Overall, I think the guy looks really sharp. Mine does have some quality control issues that I'm not thrilled with. You can see how this doesn't sit properly. A couple other tiny things, but overall, this guy looks really sharp. Again, those nubs, I wish we could have done something with them. From behind, I kind of have a drawback with this, but I kind of like it at the same time. You could tell it's Bruticus's head, but it fits the mold and looks like part of the armor on the back. So, 50-50. And again, the only Decepticon symbol is behind his head. Nice detail in the sculpting. Color palette looks pretty cool. There's some sculpting around the neck and behind the head on the plating. Yellow for the eyes, black for the head. Head does go all the way around. And it does kind of wiggle waggle a little, so there is a full exorcist there, but not the greatest. Shoulder's a little funky because it goes up and down. You can move it at the inner joint, the ball joint, and his elbow, and it is a full rotation. To move his hips, you have to dislodge that whole plate, but he does have full upper body rotation. He does have a decent big boot. Back boot, though, almost non-existent because of this plate. Full split. Thigh rotation. And knee bend. No ankle articulation on him at all. And if you give him his weapon, it kind of works with this figure, I think. But in the episode Starscream's Brigade in Generation 1, he kind of makes a comment about how his new body looks versus his old body. So, rather interesting. I'll have to do a comparison video and put each one next to them. But overall, I like. He looks really cool. Quality control issues with mine. Mine came with the peg in the back. It's kind of hard to see it. You can see the yellow, the white right there was bent. I had to bend it back in place and it almost snapped. My back plate here does not stay plugged in, and I've noticed that's a common thing between a lot of collectors that I've talked to that have this set. And luckily I haven't dealt with it yet, but there's been breaking in the joints and the elbows. So, pray for me on that one, please. But overall, really cool. We're going to transform him into his Bruticus combiner piece, which he is the main body. Take away his weapon for a second. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to come to the back and just release this plate one more time. I'm going to take his leg and flip it, and this peg hole is going to go right above the knee. And clip in. There's a tab here as well, so that's going to clip there. This is going to clip here. So that's what that's going to look like. You're going to take him at the waist and rotate it around. Now here's the funny part. You want to leave these pieces connected. And all you're going to do is take the arm, rotate it around like so, and the hand is going to hold that peg. Like that. You can do the same over here. Rotate it out and have it hold that peg right there. This plate's going to come up and come back down, which is going to line up all of his bottom part. And we're just going to switch the heads. Turn Bruticus's head around. Raise these pieces on the edge. come to the back using these two spots there to those two pegs right there. And that is Onslaught in his combiner mode as the torso of Bruticus. We'll get a better in-depth look as we review them. So that has been Bruticus Part 1 for the Fall of Cybertron Transformers video game toy set. Let me know in the comments what you think of that figure. We got 4 more to go, and then we're going to create Bruticus. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I do want to say thank you to all the channel members and subscribers. I do appreciate it. You all have a good day.